Hey, I keep on getting questions on why Tasso Dope don't eat pork. That shit is bad for you, bro. You slowly killing yourself, bro. Motherfuckers don't get that they slowly killing themselves, bro. We don't supposed to eat none of this shit, bro. This ain't even our language, bro. You know? You gotta break up the algorithms, you know, on this YouTube shit. So, but y'all feel where I'm coming from. I'm gonna put a video on here, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can better yet understand this shit. But yeah, man. Leave that pork shit alone, bro. That shit is, bro, that's not our food, bro. Our bodies, bro, we go to sleep because our body is trying to fight off what we just ate, bro. Like, we don't supposed to be eating that shit, bro. We supposed to be up and energized. I be up until like 5, 6 in the morning every day, bro. Because you eat good. You supposed to eat all the 4 elements, bro. Like,
when your mind changes, and I know this for a fact, the simple fact, I got a brother that my youngest brother needs to be studied in the particular aspect. They've taken the diet thing to a level until I don't know, they damn near, you're almost close to eating air, but very little. Yeah, I mean, the breath is turning and all, but they're very little, whatever they eat, what little millet or whatever they eat and stuff, they got into a science and stuff. But the thing about it is this here. Thing about it is this here. If he smelled the wrong kind of food, if you go in your house and paint your fingernails in his house, he breaks out in hives. He's always getting sick. He's very sensitive. Why? Number one, it don't even have nothing to do with the diet. He has controlled his mind and to program his mind, because this is a computer, and everything on the planet is dangerous to me. And as a result, his body responds to it. This nigga used to lick ketchup off the fucking street. I've seen this nigga used to lick ketchup off the damn street. You see what I'm saying? But he's trained and stuff. But what they tell you when you go to the people in the Aborigines and all those particular people and stuff, and even down in this and down in the country, when the bug get on the baby's food, they say let the child eat the bug, let the child eat the gnats, because what it is. He's building up a tolerance for things, and you know, and also that's how you do it. Now, take for instance. Now, I don't realize Muhammad said something, and I thought it was ridiculous when I heard it. He said that they didn't have a medicine until they had the pig. The pork was medicine for the Europeans. So at first I said, this is ridiculous. But then I said, well, first of all, 98% of their breakfast, which is the first thing they eat, the most important meal of the day, is what consists of pork.
Bacon, sausage.
You see what I'm saying? Consists of pork. Now, it wasn't until when you studied the history of Europe, you found out that the only way that they could survive is they had to go and they had to put dirt on them and mud and stuff, the peasants.
Right.
Because if they didn't have that dirt and that mud and eat filth, they would die.
So you said they use that to develop immunity.
Immunity. So, what better way to develop immunity to get something as low as a pig?
Full of poisons.
Full of poisons, and eat that. And that's what he said, that's what that became their medicine. It makes more sense now when you study the anthropology of these people. I said, man, that's some genius stuff. You see, it became what you know, the cure-all. You see, it became the cure-all. And where we know that the aristocrats, although they never washed, but the other ones would at least clean their bodies to the point where they look clean. So they didn't walk around with dirt. They were still filthy. They didn't wash, but they had a way of making themselves look clean, but never taking a bath. Because, you know, the only one who took a bath was the queen, who took one twice a year. Queen Elizabeth. No, Queen was Queen Elizabeth. And there was a guy, she took one twice a year, and then there was a guy.
It would make them sick. They thought water and bathing.
But it would make them sick. They knew what they was talking about.
So they didn't bathe.
Because it would make them sick. If you in a land that's hostile and you walking around clean in a disease-ridden area. And your diet consists of mainly red meat and different things like that, and you in the hostile cold, you better learn how to live like the animals. So what the deal here is with the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of France wanted to marry her, but she said, I gotta draw the line, because he only took her bath like once every 2 years. She just figured that was too filthy for her, taking a bath twice a year. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these things here, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. But I'm also going back to say here, now you take, that's the grotesque aspect of it. But when you go back to this particular part here on this, why is it that my brother, who is the quintessential man when it comes to this and all, has been sick more times than me, and I'm never sick. You see what I'm saying? Now, I also know that in actuality it has something to do with the mind. He has programmed his mind that everything is going to be dangerous. So what happens is, what started with just, I'm looking after my diet, which is just basically what you're supposed to do. That's just basically apples and oranges to an obsession. See, somewhere it went from, you know what I'm saying, well, the first thing we did, we went vegetarian, and then we went this and stuff like that until it becomes an obsession. You see what I'm saying? And then you understand it talks about a middle pillar as a balance. And the middle pillar here is one extreme is the same, just as bad as the extreme that you come from. So if you got this extreme, you say, I want to better myself. But if you go to total opposite, you have not bettered yourself, you just become worse. And you probably enhance something that was worse than what you were before. Because you are consciously doing it now, which makes it even worse. See, when you're doing something out of ignorance, every now and then something decent will pop in because it's health hazard. But if you rigid with it and all, so it's the same thing with the mind. It's the same thing with the mind. We're becoming more and more on the aspect of taking care of ourselves or doing certain things like that. But then again, on the other hand, we don't have the mind of our grandmama and them who, you know what I'm saying? Whereas all of the people is still living in the country that is over 100. There are no 100-year vegetarians almost. Majority of the people, it was the 100-year-old vegetarian. Majority of the people and stuff like this and all, like this guy that was 130 years old in 1973, smoked 5 packs of cigarettes a day. Now you couldn't smoke 5 packs of cigarettes, they would kill you. But then again, on the other hand, their mind was on another level. Also, they used to call us childlike people. But then again, on the other hand and stuff like that, what children, you know, very few children are sick. For most of it, they start getting sick later on after they become grown. So what that means here is they don't think of the things, the negative things that you think of that would make you sick. The stress. That's the key. The stress level. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's the same thing why they say, well, why is it we can have a bum out here living on the street for 10 years and you living in your house and you about to die? First of all, he's free. The only free people in the planet is the bum. You see what I'm saying? You see, the only free people is the bum. I try to come a little close to that and stuff. But me, I try to come a little close like that. I'm a 21st century aesthetic, which means I got a house with hardwood floors and stuff like that. Now, you see what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't have any bills and stuff like, you know, no credit, and no bank account, and no automobile and stuff. So that's my version of the person in India that walks around with the stick when he, you know, and he gives up everything out of thing. He becomes his holy pilgrimage. My asceticism is I try to get past every day with trying to do as least as I can do. Which means is if I can find, like sometimes I get up and I turn on the music and I blast it and I hit my elixir at just about 10 o'clock and I'll get a little buzz and then I go to bed and sleep till 5 o'clock. Then again, on the other hand, you got to understand, now what I'm talking about is this, and that the Egyptians, which is the Egyptians are the Gnostics, which is the later day Egyptians, they say we spend most of our time sleeping. That's one of the keys. You see, you're less stressed. And you got to understand right now, for people that work, what is the most precious commodity? Not food, not none of that. Sleep. That's the only thing that you are deprived of.